Alrighty. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming through here today. Such a disciplined brunch too. I saw you came and filled the first and second rows. Normally I have to pull the people from the back there. I love it. Good work, guys. Good work for Friday. It's Friday at last, which is also good news. Friday afternoon too. We're halfway through the day. It's how I get my children out of bed on a Friday morning. They're just lying there, and I'm like, it's Friday, and it gets them up. So I'm glad that we're all here today. We're going to share with you some of the excitement of what we're doing here at DuePoint today. We're working flat out to really be part of an economic solution for South Africa here at DuePoint. We've seen what's going on in Parliament every week. It's like every week. I have a new story every week. It's fresh. I don't have to come up with new old or reuse old content. There's new content every week. We're trying desperately to do something that uplifts us on the ground. We are not in the Houses of Parliament. We don't get to have a say. And we're working hard at DuePoint to put something in the hands of people that is legitimate and that can start changing their lives. To start with, before we really get into it this morning, I want you to know that DuePoint is a division of Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Perhaps more importantly than ever, I want to emphasize to you the fact that you can find and have some trust in what we do here. We are not another one of these failing schemes. There were some big ones that have gone down this last week. Sherbet. Flip. Guys, I want you to know that we are a 7-decade-old insurance company, started in 1952. Constantia Insurance Company Limited is listed and licensed, both life and short-term and medical insurance. You are not dealing literally with someone on Facebook, which has been the latest one. $50 million lost in the South African scheme in the last week. Just crazy. Guys, we're dealing with an insurance company here today. I want you to have confidence in who you're dealing with. We are, of course, an authorized and registered financial services provider. You can see there's our number there, but you can also see our licenses on the wall on the way out next to the front door. All of them are there. All of our associations, and of course you can go online. Find everything you need to know about Constantia and DuePoint online. We've had a couple of people call the FSB, the Financial Services Board, and say, do you know DuePoint? And they go, no, we don't know DuePoint. Yes, that's correct, because DuePoint is a division of Constantia. So if you get on the phone, say, do you know Constantia? And they will say, yes, of course we know Constantia, and you'll find our licensing there with them. Guys, I want you to be comfortable with the team here as well. I mean, we are here to help you. And what we're going to talk about this morning, I want you to know Monday through Saturday, we're available to you. It's another thing that, especially having looked at what's happened in the last week in the South African economy, it is wonderful, and I'm hoping comforting for you to know that here are the real people. Real people. Not people in prisons, not people in Skype, not people in Facebook, real people. You will find us here in this real building from Monday through Saturday. Everything. Have the confidence in us. There's me, Brendan Benfield, the best looking and most important person here. And we scale it down from there. We've got Tim. You'll meet Tim. He's our banking expert and compliance guy. We'll meet Stacy. She's our auditing specialist. You'll meet Jane. She's outside. She's also our direct selling expert. And then you'll meet Rob. Everything that we've got has been designed by Rob. You get to know us. We're here, and we're here for you. And we're here for you in the doing of the task that we've been prepared for as DuePoint. We have two objectives here, but our primary objective, the reason we exist, as I said to you at the beginning, is to put into the hands of South Africans a tool that you can control to create recurring and reliable and stable income. Not income that's going to make you rich overnight, because that's what this last thing was promising. 14% return per week. Oh, anybody tells you that, they're lying, and now it's gone, and people have lost their money. No, we build income over a lifetime with you, and it's income you can control. And your jobs at the moment, you know you've got no control over your income. You know that. Somebody else is going to tell you how much you're going to earn. Somebody else is going to tell you what raise you're going to get, whether you even got a raise last year with our shrinking economy. You have no control of it. Then you have no control of what's happening in our economy. Geez, again, this week we see what's happening in Parliament. We are thrown to the wind again, scattered as a people of South Africa. I don't know if you watched the YouTube clip. Oh, my word. Did I not feel welcome as a South African? Do you know that I'm an 11th generation South African? My family's been here for 300 years. And this is the only country in the world where I can't call myself an African. What am I? I've been here for 300 years. Am I American? Am I Australian? No, but this week, you saw on YouTube, I was called a thief. Isn't that quite sad? All right. But it doesn't matter. What it demonstrates is that I have no control. And you have no control. And what we see is that this stuff happens, and we're like spectators. We're all just spectators. We've got no control. Prices are rising. 52 cents increase on petrol in the budget speech, 52 cents. Everything we now eat, everything we wear, everything we own is now increased in cost by like 20% because of that one stroke of the pen. We have no control. And so we wanted to change that at DuePoint. We wanted to change it. We wanted to put a tool back in your hands that said you're in control of creating income. We hoped that that would unplug us from all the systems of debt and crisis that we have in our personal financial situations. We know that. We've got every form of debt. We've got crisis. Things happen. Mom passes away. We've got to find 35,000 rand to bury her. It's crisis. We want to remove those obstacles from our personal financial position. Secondly, we want to plug you guys into this business. We want people to know what's going on in Constantia. We want you in the heart of our business 24 hours a day, anywhere in the world. We use our technology to make sure we can communicate to you, that we can educate you about your products, about this industry, and so that you can communicate back to us. With those two objectives put together, we've created what we call the DuePoint system. The DuePoint system is very simple. What it does is allows you as an individual to contract with us as what we call a wealth engineer. Wealth engineers have one task. It's not selling, it's not advertising, it's not advising. It's simply the task of connecting individuals to us. As you connect people to us, you create new market penetration for us and channels of distribution for us. Our ability to get out there and facilitate the purchase of our products amongst South Africans. By doing that, we obviously create revenue for ourselves. And when we create that revenue, we now are able to create an extra recurring income for you. Now, we work on the foundational piece that it is recurring income. We do not want an income that only occurs when you sell things. So you know those systems. I saw a nice article in the Sunday Times this week about direct selling. There was a lady who's been making extra income by selling things, shampoos, creams, or cleaning agents. This is what she does. Now, I understand that. That is a revenue model, but it's not a recurring revenue model. It means that only when she sells does she make income. Only. 10 rand here, 50 rand here, then she gets sick and she can't sell for a month. Now she's got no revenue, none at all. Or she gets really busy at work and can't sell. She loses her income. We did not want to create that model here. We wanted a recurring base income, which means that every month, no matter your circumstances, whether you're lying in hospital or lying on the beach, your income comes in. That's what we wanted to create here, this recurring extra income. That being the foundational piece of our system, we then layered on top of it the ability for you to leverage yourself. We wanted you to be able to build teams of people who can use their time and thought and energy to produce income for you as well on a recurring basis. To the point at which your channel grows 24 hours a day. Your income is being produced every hour of the day in our system, rather than only when you can transact with people. Our system gives you what we think is the greatest leverage in the South African economy. The ability to take what little time you have and multiply it many times over into other people, creating that income that's there even as you sleep at night. Now, what's important to remember, guys, is that this is not an employment opportunity. Talk especially to my avid Facebookers. They run out there and they go, DuePoint is hiring, DuePoint is recruiting, DuePoint is sponsoring. No, we're not doing any of those things. This is not an employment opportunity, because then you'd lose control again, wouldn't you? No, this is a tool that we put in your hands and you get to use it. You get to when and how often and how much that you want. You are completely independent of us in the system. Now today, the decision to become a wealth engineer is not a risk decision. Not like what we saw happening in the last week or two with the scam. Folks, we do not ask any money of you to become a wealth engineer in any form. You don't have to put anything in to start at DuePoint. We don't stand at the door with credit card machines. No. There's no startup cost. There's no monthly fee. There's no application form fee. There's no starter guide fee. There's no fee for training at DuePoint. Everything is given to you for free. By simply being a product owner at DuePoint, you're automatically a wealth engineer. There's no extra cost on the product for you to be a wealth engineer. So today, do not be worried that you are making a financial risk decision. You're not in any way doing that. In addition, it doesn't require any specific educational qualification. No, because you're not brokers, you're not agents, you're not intermediaries, you're not selling. We contract you out of selling, okay? And you're not marketing or advertising for us. You're doing one thing, just connecting people to us, which means that everybody in South Africa can be involved in the DuePoint system. And as they do that, they're able to build for themselves assets, real assets for the first time, not the kind of assets that are bandied about on the internet that don't mean what they actually mean. No, here is an asset, folks. Because you've got recurring income, income that is there every month, whether you are active or not, because it's there every month, you're now in a position to value this channel, this team you've created. And where you can value it, you can sell it, and you can transfer it. One day when you pass away, it will be transferred to your children. And your children will be able to earn the income that you created during your lifetime. We are not building DuePoint for 5 minutes. DuePoint is being built for generations. We're already a 7-decade-old insurance company. We are building long-term. Our vision is beyond even the borders of our country. Our vision is beyond. We want to be able to put you in a position where your assets can be handed over to your children. They'll earn. They'll continue to grow your channel. They'll hand it over to your grandchildren when they pass away. And we now, as South Africans, have an asset we can hand down every day. You know the assets they're trying to take away from us right now in Parliament? Well, we're going to make new assets that we can hand over to our children generation after generation. That is what we are doing at DuePoint. And we've done it in a system that is completely convenient for you. No more embarrassing presentations. No more selling goods. No more running around with stock. No more losing your friends who really don't want to see another business opportunity. We've got rid of all of those elements, all of them, so that you are left with just a system of absolute convenience and one task, the task of connecting people to us. How do you connect people to us? Well, there's only 4 ways to do it. The first way, go pick up one of our USB sticks at the information counter or order one at info@duepoint.net, and it's got our presentation on it. You can go to a smart TV or a laptop or a computer, plug it in, and there I am or Rob doing the presentation for you. You can then go and bring people here. If you're in Gauteng or the surrounding areas, bring people here. Monday through Saturday, we do presentations in this room, Monday through Saturday. You'll find a time, nighttime, lunchtime, mornings, when it's convenient for you, and you bring your people here, we'll do the presentation. Then the third way of connecting people to us is you can use our YouTube channel. You go and search for DuePoint on YouTube. You'll find every single presentation we've ever done on that channel. Anywhere in the world, any time of the day, you can click play. And we're there doing the presentation for you. So many people come to me and say, Brendan, what am I meant to say to people? How do I convince them to come to DuePoint? I said, no, you don't convince anyone. You don't have to do any work in getting individuals here. Never talk about our products. Never. What you do is you go to them and you say, do you need additional recurring income? If they say no, they're lying. Okay, or they're a politician. I'm sorry. It's one of those two. They're going to be lying. Yes is the answer you will get. And what you do is you say, great, watch this movie. Click. That's all you do. You just learn how to click on YouTube. You learn how to click on our USB stick. That's all you need to learn. Click. No convincing if they go, no, but what is this? You go, shh, listen. Watch. That's it. You don't have to do anything for you. That's what you do with the DuePoint system. Okay. And then the last way of connecting people to DuePoint is through our live broadcasts. Every day we present, and every day that we do, we broadcast it across the country. So if you know what time we're going to be live, all you do is you tune in on your phone, your tablet, your computer at work, no matter where you are. Gather your friends around, and you are in the room with us live every single day, Monday through Saturday. That's how you connect people to DuePoint. That's all you've got to do in the DuePoint system. As you do that, some of the people that you talk to are going to want to get involved. Not all of them. People are very disappointing creatures. We've got a lot of no-betters out there. And especially with stuff like what happened last week and is happening right now, oh my word, it just builds the stigma in people, unfortunately. But some of the people that you connect are going to catch the vision of what we're doing here, and they're going to want to become wealth engineers. When they do, we will allocate them to you, and your channel is born. These folk will go out, they will connect people to us, some will become wealth engineers, and again, we'll allocate them to you. And this process repeats itself over and over again, and over time, and with energy and thought and planning, your channel will spread out quite organically across the country. And you've now got a channel of a penetration into the South African market that we as DuePoint can utilize. And we come along and we facilitate the purchase of our products into this distribution you've created for us. And your income is now born. Now what's important to note, especially in light of what's happening right now, is that this is not a Ponzi scheme. It's not a pyramid scheme. It's not any kind of thing. We are a licensed and regulated insurance company. There are 156 pieces of legislation that govern this business and 8 regulators. 8 that look after us, audit us, sit on our boards, review us. This is genuine income earning. That's why it doesn't make you rich overnight. It takes time. That's the price you're going to pay in this system. Time. And you'll be surprised how people treat their time as holy. Holy time. No one may have it but me. But folks, we've created a tool that says if you put that holy time into it, it produces money. This is a time into money exercise. But you have to put time in. And those who don't put time in will never succeed. They will. They will not get rich in our system if they don't. But if you do, we can completely change your future. Now, we do that, of course, by the purchase of our products in your channel. There are 3 products that we facilitate the purchase of in your channels. The first one is our Access Wealth Plan. It costs 324 Rand a month, and for that, you actually get 2 independent products. The first one is your very own tax-free investment account. This is your account. No restrictions, no penalties, no time limits, not an endowment fund. Any money you put in there is immediately available to you. And it's not a savings account, ladies and gentlemen. We don't put interest on it. No, you are now a shareholder in the economy of South Africa. It goes into the stock exchange, shares are bought, and you get capital gain and dividends. And because it's a tax-free investment account, on withdrawal, you pay no taxes. Now, what we do is we take 100 Rand of your 324 every month. Not the whole 324, which is what my Facebookers like to put. No, we take 100 Rand of your 324, and we put it every month into that investment for you. So you've got this growing asset on that side of the product. Then the second product in that 324 is 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident cover. This means that if you pass away from an accident, your beneficiaries not only get your investment, but they get 120,000 Rand as well. The second product that we facilitate the purchase of is our Wealth Guard product. It's 299 Rand a month, and for that, you get 1.2 million Rands worth of personal accident cover. 1.2 million, guys. Now, we do not cover death via illness or natural causes in any of our products because this automatically hampers your ability to create income. Remember, if I add that to any of my products, anyone you bring here, I have to risk assess. I have to say, what pre-existing conditions do they have? Where do they work? What are the circumstances of their home? How old are they? And what happens, like it does everywhere else, half the economy is written out, priced out of the insurance cover, and it means that half the people you're going to bring here, you're not going to be able to put into your channels, and your income is hampered. And that's our primary objective here. And so we cover only personal accident cover itself alone. Now, this is fantastic for you. We think that we have freed you because every person you now bring here, every person, no matter how old, 18 to 150, even 151 if you could find that person, will be able to take this product and our other one at that price, no questions asked. It completely frees your ability to create income. Now, our third product is our Wealth Points Buyers Club. Our Wealth Points Buyers Club is a non-insurance, non-financial product. It is in effect our leverage as a 7-decade-old insurance company. For 299 Rand a month, you get to be a member of our club, and you now get to utilize all the service providers and suppliers that we have negotiated with over the years and continue to negotiate with that give us prices and packages and account managers, specialized service, everything. You get it for $299. You can use the whole lot of suppliers every single month for one price. And we're constantly adding suppliers. In fact, in January, we added Land Rover, Range Rover, and Jaguar as well to our suppliers. You've got them all in there, and you get to use all of them for $299 a month. We love this product. We think it's incredible in the benefits that it gives. So people say to us, Brendan, how do we build this model? How do we fund it? It's very simple. We redirect from those product payments the cost of marketing. How do we do it? Traditional space, in banking and insurance. How do we get you to connect with us? We run adverts. Billboard adverts, TV adverts, radio adverts, SMS, anything that we can put an advert on, we put an advert on. Costs us hundreds of millions of rands a year. The industry over R1 billion a year in advertising. Now, how do we pay for that? Well, we build it into the product price. Whatever you're paying for your banking fees, your funeral cover, your car insurance, anyone, 30 to 50% is next month's marketing. You just keep paying for next month's marketing. Now, we've done the same thing here at DuePoint. We've built the system into the price of our products. The only difference is we don't do any advertising. That's why you may never have heard of us before today. We do zero advertising. You're never going to see a billboard with DuePoint on it. We use you to go out and connect individuals to us. And therefore, all that money that we would have spent on SABC, DSTV, Prime Media, etc., is now available for you and your channel. We just redirect the flow of our distribution costs to you guys. Okay, so that's how it works. Now that leads us to how we reward you then. And there's 2 ways that we reward you for putting your time into this tool. Okay, participating in changing your economic futures. The first way is through our rewards program, our returns program, sorry. Our returns program pays you 27.50 Rand Every time somebody pays for a product in your channel, multiplied by a factor of where in your channel the payment was made. So it sounds complicated, but it's super easy. This is how it works. You go out, you talk to a couple of your friends. They take a product, become wealth engineers, make their product payments, and you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%. You introduce them, 55 Rand per product payment. Not once, every month that they pay for that product. So as I said, you could be lying in hospital, you got run over by a car, and they pay for their product again, you get your 55 Rand. You don't have to go and run and beg them to pay every month. It comes in every month for every product that is paid. Now, it's not per person. People think that. I'm not in. You can put 10,000 people in this room. If they don't pay for their product, you get nothing. Okay, but this is good for you. Why is it good? Because it means that everybody that comes in can take more than one product. We've got 3 products I showed you already. If they take 2, you get 110 Rand every month. If they take 3, you get 165 Rand per month. 165 Rand. Have you heard that anywhere else? I've heard 5 Rand, I've heard 1 Rand, I've heard 12 Rand. Here you get 55 for every product every month on your first point. Now these folk go out, they talk to a few of their friends. They take a product, they make a purchase, and they pay for their product. Every month that they pay for it again, you get 27 Rand 50 multiplied by 200%. 55 Rand. 55 Rand. In this example, you've been here 5 minutes, you put a handful of people in, you're earning just under 1,000 Rand a month. That's 12,000 extra Rands a year you've added to your household. And you don't quit your job to do this business. No ways. This is a tool. You're going to plug it onto your lives. You're going to carry on with your careers, carry on with your businesses, and this you add on and you convert that free time into money. An extra 12,000 Rand a year in this particular example. Now, you put a little bit more time and energy into the process of building your channels, and you will continue to earn, but on a diminishing basis down to the 8th point. But there is no limit to your potential here. From the 8th point on, you always get 4% of 27 Rand 50 as long as you qualify to earn. You want to understand how to qualify to earn? Go to our YouTube channel, watch the 6-minute training video. The system is so complicated it takes me the whole of 6 minutes to explain it to you. And you will understand once you've watched that video how we have created generational legacy here. You can build this channel to 25 points, pass away, hand it over to your children, they can build it to 75 points, pass away, hand it to their children, they can build it to 175 points. Every one of them can earn on every product payment in their channel as long as they qualify to earn. The control is in your hands. You decide in our system. So practically speaking, what does that translate to on the ground? How much can you earn? Well, it's impossible for me to tell you. This is not one of those things where I say, oh, 14% a week. No. I'm telling you I have no idea. Because every one of you is going to build your channels differently. Every one of you is going to put different amounts of time in. It all relates back to you in this process. But we went and we did some work. We got about 2 decades of data, and we came up with what we think is a conservative and realistic growth formula for you. You're brand new here. You arrive here and you go, I want to do this. So we said, right, use these milestones. We call it the 3+2 growth rate formula, and it says that you're new, enthusiastic, and you put just 3 people in your channel in your first month with us. Just 3. We've got people that put 33 a month in. But we said, no, we need to be conservative and realistic. Just 3 people in on your first point in your first month with us. And then every month thereafter, put 2 people in. That's all. You are personally responsible for putting 2 people in every month thereafter. Then we applied all our maths, and we said, people are going to lapse, they're going to cancel, not everybody's going to do 3+2. What does this look like over time? This is what it does. After 6 months of applying that effort, 3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, you can reasonably expect to be on about 2,500 Rand a month. That's 30,000 Rand a year. Okay? 30,000 Rand of recurring, realistic, reliable income that you are now earning into your household. And you've been putting just 1 person in every 2 weeks. Okay? We really don't feel like this is a big ask, okay, for the average South African. If you can do 6 more months after that, we reckon you'll be on about 9,000 to 10,000 Rand a month. Now, this is all great. I mean, an extra 10 grand a month is awesome. And it really doesn't matter how much you earn. An extra 10 grand a month changes everything. All right? 120,000 Rand a year. But can you push through a year? That's the big question. You talk to our wealth engineers here that have been working hard for more than a year now. They'll tell you that most people cannot commit to a year. They just can't. They can't. They pick this tool up. They start running. 90 days later, they're like, quit. My dad's laughed at me, my sister laughed at me, my friend told me it was a Ponzi scheme, that's it, I quit. Guys, in the beginning, when you're telling people about DuePoint, you are going to be terrible at it. Terrible at it. You're going to run home tonight, tell your parents the 30-second version of the 60 minutes I gave you, and it's going to be completely wrong, and they're going to laugh at you. You have to, like everything, get good at it. When you started your jobs, you weren't good at it. It took you 6 months to a year before you even knew how the whole thing worked. Okay? You've got to do the same here. For those who persevere, the reward is there. And it's not a here today, gone tomorrow reward. It's a lifetime reward that we're creating. But only those who persevere are going to get there. Only those. If you can get past this point, and I think once you're through year one, you're pretty much there. As we've seen it, as we've rolled past the years now. You pass year one, you're there. You're good for year two. If you're in year two and you keep that momentum up, plus two, we reckon by the end of year two, you'll be on about 27 to 30,000 Rand a month. That's 360,000 Rand a year that you are now adding to your household. What can you do with an extra 30,000 Rand a month? Most people never get there in their careers. They never get there to 30,000 Rand a month. We reckon you can get there in 2 years with us, realistically and conservatively. You do 3 years with us, it rises to 40, 45,000 a month. You do 4 years with us, it's 60, 65,000 Rand a month, 720,000 Rand a year. And if you can get to 5 years of consistent, determined effort, perseverance, thick skin for the people who let you down, we reckon you'll be on about 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. Half a decade, not 5 weeks, not 5 months. Most people are like, I can do this, okay? And then I never see them again. 5 years. I should know you intimately after 5 years. I should know your family, you should know mine. You'll know why in a minute why I say that. Because we will have built this together, and it's lifetime. As far as we can make it, it's going to be lifetime income, 80 to 100,000 Rand a month. You might not have a job by that stage. Or you might be just keeping your job as a hobby. You're now in the top 0.5% of earners in the country. You're now part of the top 0.5% of earners in the country. We get very excited about this. Now, of course, it's mathematics, and maybe it doesn't work. So we like to look at it on the ground. Every month we pull people up, people doing well, people going slowly, people going medium, and we put them on stage from all over the country, and we say, well, tell us about your story with DuePoint. We don't have to be flashy here. We're not trying to be flashy. We bring them up, real people using the tool, and we talk about their stories. This month, we've got a couple of people. We've got Natasha Waldrick down in Port Elizabeth. Works most weeks 7 days a week, as I understand it. Single mom, 3 children. 7 days a week she's working to try and survive. She's in a furniture store, as I understand it, working hard every single day. Does not have time for this business. If you think you've got the excuse, I don't have time, welcome to the club. Okay, welcome to the I don't have time club. 7 days a week. In her first year with us, she's got herself up to 9,500 Rand a month. I said it with 9 to 10,000 after a year. She's on 9,500 after a year. In her first 42 days here, she put 23 personal people into her channel. 23 people personally in 42 days. We asked her for 2 a month. She put 23 in. In January this year, her channel grew by 92 people. Not with any input from her. This is when we talk about making money as you sleep. Her channel is growing at 100 people a month at the moment. That's the power that we have created in this tool here at DuePoint. In her first 60 days, she got to 2,500 Rand a month. Remember I said it would take 6 months to get to 2,500? In her first 60 days, she was on 2,500 Rand a month with us. You have control over this tool. Then we've got Ray and Rambi over here. Ray and Rambi joined us about, 10, 11 months ago? Not even a year, and they're on 10,500 Rand a month at the moment. Not even a year, and they're on 10 grand a month. It's lovely to get 10 grand in the middle of every month, isn't it? You know how the Salty Crack advert, they always say the end of the month Salty Crack. It's not. That's week 2 Salty Crack, where there's nothing left to put on it. In the middle of the month, an extra 10,500 Rand. They've averaged, over the period of time with us, 12 new people a month. We're asking you for 2. We're asking for 2. 12 new people a month. And that's why in less than a year, they're already on 10,500 Rand a month. Then we've got Shadrach. Ladies, beware. He's a player. You can see. You can see he's a player. That smile, the half-cocked head. This guy's a machine. He's an absolute machine. Joined us April. It's not even been a year. 10 months maybe. He's on 12,000 Rand a month. He's put 213 people in personally in his first 10 months. 213 people. He works for the executive mayor down in Newcastle. He doesn't have time for this. He doesn't have time for this. But he's put 213 people in. In the first month that he was with us, he put 33 people in 30 days into his channel. You're in control of the outcomes here at DuePoint. And you can quit tonight. You can quit. It's fine. Or you can push ahead and change your future. An extra 12,000 Rand a month, every month. When he's sick, when he's here, when he's not here, it still comes in every single month. That's what we build here at DuePoint. Go to our YouTube channel. Look at the testimonies. We must have nearly 100 there now. People earning 700 Rand a month. I got them there. Look, 900 Rand, 200 Rand. We put them there. We're not showing off here, but we got the guys as well earning big money. 30 grand, 50 grand, 70,000, 100,000. They're there too. Because I want you to see the potential of the tool. You can decide what you want to do with this tool. That's our returns program. Now, folks, that's really DuePoint, top to bottom. You have to decide now whether you want to get involved, whether you want to pick up this tool that costs you nothing and start applying your free time into changing your future. Is it going to be easy? No. You're dealing with people. You're going to have to get a very thick skin as you do this. But you can change everything with it. If you want to be with us at DuePoint, it's very simple. You go to DuePoint.net. That's our website there. You click apply. You fill out the application form. No money having passed from your hands. No money. Click apply, fill the form, and you're a wealth engineer. As a wealth engineer, right now, you can start building your channel. Today, you can start building your future and changing it with us. If you're serious, get the tools. Buy them at our counter there. 170 Rand for a USB stick. That USB stick's got our presentations on it, some training, some starters, fast starter guide for you. Get that. Now, wherever you are, you've got us in your pocket. Pull it out, plug it in, show people the presentation. Get the business cards. The business cards is a 5,000 Rand set. High quality business cards. We give it to 645 Rand because we can get it in bulk. But it is your custom-made set of business cards you can now connect with people with. Get the backup battery for your phones. All of you are on 6% right now. I know. If I look on your batteries. And now, if somebody wants to fill the application form out on your phone, which is how they do it, well, now they can't because you haven't got the battery. So get the backup battery. Get the tools if you're serious about this business. And then, guys, subscribe to our YouTube channel. It is our number one form of connection to you. It's free to subscribe. Get on there. Get the subscription. You'll know when we go live every day, your phone will ping. When we add videos, your phone will ping. Do it. And then, folks, download our free app. It's free. Put it on your phones, on your tablets. It plugs you into our channel, into your channel, sorry, in real time. Second by second, you can see what's going on in your channel. Your tools are there in the training. And I'm going to beg you to watch the training videos, even if you only watch the basic series, which is 8 videos. On your app, click Tools at the bottom, Basic series, watch the training. Then you know what's going on at DuePoint. You don't have to write exams. There's no written, there's no reading. It's all video. Do the training and you'll know what's going on. Your personal documents are there and details as well. Guys, there's a couple of things that I want you to do. People get very excited about this business and go and do the wrong things. Firstly, do not become a wealth engineer if you cannot afford to become one. And there are naturally costs in this business. You're going to be traveling around. You're going to be using data. There's no paper application forms here. Everything's online. If this is going to make your situation worse, don't become a wealth engineer. If you do not have access to the internet, don't know how to use a smartphone, don't know how to use a computer, then this is not for you. Everything at DuePoint is online. You've got to have these basic skills. And folks, if you don't have ready access to transport, you can't get around, you can't connect people to DuePoint, well then this is not the business for you. And these are 3 great filters you can use yourselves as you build your channels. Do not approach people who don't have internet access, who are never going to be able to afford to do this business and who can't move around. 3 natural filters you should use in building your channels of success with us. If you can do all of these things, then the number one thing I don't want you doing, I don't want you filling out the application form on behalf of other people. It's illegal. It's a criminal offense. You're committing an act of fraud if you sign our contract, which is our application form, on behalf of somebody else. Remember, in there, you're going to sign off terms and conditions of becoming a wealth engineer, of our products, and you're going to give me authority to debit your bank account. You can't do that on behalf of somebody else. Don't get yourselves in trouble. I can give you some nasty examples of people that have really taken people to the police over this. Make sure everybody fills their own application forms out. Then, guys, we don't want you to put any direct family members into your channel if they live in the same house as you. Husbands and wives, you work on one W number, one channel together. If you've got kids and grannies and aunts and that in your house, kick them out. Kick them out. They should be in their own houses anyway. Then they can be part of your channel. But while they're in the house with you, they can't be part of your channel. It's part of our anti-fraud measures. And folks, we free you from the burden of advertising. Do not advertise DuePoint's products anywhere. We contract you out of it. You are free. You never talk about our products. You talk about the opportunity to earn income. Use your personal Facebook pages, your personal social media to engage with people about building an income. Don't run adverts anywhere. Okay? You're free from that burden. And then, guys, take responsibility for the people you put in here. Don't send them to presentations, whether it's in this building or elsewhere, and expect people to look after your people. They won't. They're going to put them in their own channels. And then it's going to be losers, weepers. Okay? Take responsibility for your people. Guys, as part of our program, we run what we call Wealth Quests. Wealth Quests are there to get you started and to help you build solid foundations. Every month they're different, and everybody who completes the criteria of these monthly Wealth Quests is rewarded with tools that they can use in building their channels. You can set up a whole toolkit through these because every month the tools are different, and every month the set of criteria is different for you. This month, in the month of March, we're running the Let Me Entertain You Wealth Quest, and we're saying if you can put 20 people in your channel who take the Wealth Points Buyers Club. Do you remember that third product, the non-insurance, non-financial one? If you get 20 people in your channel to take that this month, all right, you will get the choice of one of three of these things, okay? Facebook is not all three, one of three. You can pick your own Apple iPhone, okay? Not a Hong Kong, well, no, Huawei, no, I can't. One of those things, all right? A proper Apple iPhone, you can pick one of those. You can pick a Wi-Fi router with 100 gigabytes of data on it. A whole year's worth of data with a router that everything can plug in, all to help you grow your business. Or you can pick 5,000 rands worth of flight vouchers with altitude travel. If you've got channels around the country, guys, and you want to be moving around, instead of having the 6-hour drive and the 8-hour drive, you can have 5,000 rands worth of air tickets that you can use to be moving around the country with. All you got to do, 20 new wealth points on your first and second points, wealth engineers with the Wealth Points Buyers Club. That's it. There are 31 days in March. You've got to find 20 people. Hey? We saw in January, one of our top guys put 35 people in 1 month. Personally. So 20 people is doable for a 20,000 rand iPhone. 100 gigs of data and a Wi-Fi router. 5,000 rands worth of air tickets. Come on, guys. This is going to be a crazy month for you guys. The second way that we reward you, and because we know that you don't know necessarily how to do this business, we have an entire training module in the DuePoint system. We call it our XP Rewards program. It trains you from beginner to expert through a series of steps and programs. We take your hand and we lead you there. And as you complete these steps, we reward you with what we call XP points, experience points. They're not worth rands and cents. They're just a measure of your experience with us. And as you gain experience, naturally your channels will start building and growing. Where you meet the criteria of experience and channel size, we rank you up. Can't be a beginner forever. We start moving you up through the training program. And as we do that, we reward you. In the beginning, a little bit of cash. You can get in the first few weeks with us if you want. Then, as you get a little bit more serious, a little bit more mature, and your channel gets a bit bigger, well, so does the cash that we start to reward you with. Then at about rank 5, we start to equip you with tools. Tools we know are going to help you accelerate your growth. At rank 5, you get an imported lightning memory stick from America. Comes with everything on it. Plugs into every electronic device. You can do presentations with it, trainings, testimonies. It's all on that device. And it means you can be connecting people 24 hours a day to this business without even data. Then, at rank 7, we give you a 12,500 rands worth of imported, custom-made business cards for you. These are brought in from overseas specifically for you as a rank 7. Gold gilded, not ink, gold. Gold printed on imported paper. You cannot get these business cards in South Africa. You will be the only person or a part of the 25 that are in South Africa that currently have these cards. And you can hand them out to people. Do you know what people are going to do when they see those cards? They're going to want to know what you do. They are an instant connection ticket that you have got to DuePoint. And we give you a set when you get rank 7. When you get to rank 9, as long as you maintain your channel size with us, every year that you maintain your channel size with us, we take you and your family away on a 5-star business class, all expenses paid holiday. Now, you want to know what's really great about DuePoint? There are no competitions here. People use the word, no, I won. No, you didn't win anything. You work for it here. You work for everybody who achieves the criteria is rewarded. Everybody. And we do not start everyone on 0 at the beginning of January every year. No. This is something you will grow and accumulate year after year. It's an accumulating system. Whatever you build this year, if you can't get to rank 9, which is a long way from where you are, you're all rank 0 at the moment. But if you can't get there this year, it doesn't matter. Whatever you've done this year is what you start on next year. And so even if you don't make rank 9 next year, whatever you start on in year 3 is the 2 years you've built before. So we give 2 guarantees here at DuePoint. First guarantee is everybody who perseveres will go rank 9. Guaranteed. And the second guarantee we give is that everybody who quits will never go rank 9. Those are the 2 guarantees. Even if you were 10 people a year in, you will ultimately go rank 9. But you have to persevere. And for those that persevere, their December holiday is booked for the rest of their lives and looks something like this. All right, and then you're going to do this. Come on. DuePoint channel. There we are. I'm going to click there. And then you can find everything about us here, including our rank 9 video. Yeah, we'll do.
All of your wind has gone, and all of the paths you've drawn have sunk to the ocean sun, where no one can see. You stand, don't let the dark embrace, cower the dreams you chase under the rust and blood. Don't let yourself give up.
It looks all right, doesn't it? Every year we go. Every year we go on that trip. And we go with family. We go with family. We don't go alone. You don't pay the airport taxes. You don't have to get to the airport. You don't pay for the air tickets. I've heard all these things. Congratulations, you qualified. You just have to buy the air ticket. No, none of that. It's all expenses paid. And it's for life as long as you maintain your channel size with us. This is how we are becoming the economic solution in South Africa. Despite all the other nonsense that's going on in every other level, we're building tools that we on the ground can use to change our future. Will you be with us this year? Well, if you can't make it, it doesn't matter. Don't get to October and quit because you can't make December. Keep going because next year you'll make it, or the year after, or the year after. We go every year on this. At rank 11, we give you another very useful tool. It's your own car. You don't finance it through us. You don't rent it from us. We don't give it to you and then take it away, and we don't brand it. It's your car that you'll use to build your freedom with us. Ladies and gentlemen, I think you can see that we're pretty serious about what we're doing here at DuePoint. We put a lot of time, a lot of capital, and brought all the expertise together to start changing the lives of South Africans. If you've got questions and concerns, that's natural. Come and ask us them. Ask the people who brought you here. Ask the staff here. We've had to answer those questions in getting this done. We'll answer them for you, but we don't want you to leave here today without this tool in your hands. It's going to cost you nothing. Get the tool today and start building a different kind of future for yourself from this moment forward. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to see you all outside, and thanks for all of you who've tuned in live today.